Welcome to our discussion on generic competitive strategies, a fundamental concept in business strategy. In the previous video, we introduced strategic options as the second major phase of the strategy process. We explained how organizations move from understanding their strategic position to exploring possible future directions. One of the most fundamental strategic choices is, how should we compete in our chosen markets? This is the focus of generic competitive strategies. Generic competitive strategies were introduced by Michael Porter. They describe basic ways in which firms can achieve competitive advantage at the business unit level. The word generic does not mean simple. It means that these strategies are broadly applicable across industries. According to Porter, firms must make clear choices about how they want to compete. Porter's framework is based on two fundamental dimensions. The first dimension is competitive advantage, competing through lower cost or competing through differentiation. The second dimension is competitive scope, competing across a broad market or focusing on a narrow segment. By combining these dimensions, we arrive at the generic competitive strategies. A cost leadership strategy aims to become the lowest cost producer in an industry. The objective is not simply low prices, but a structural cost advantage that competitors cannot easily imitate. Cost leadership typically requires efficient processes, economies of scale, tight cost control, and disciplined operations. If successful, cost leaders can withstand price pressure and achieve superior margins. A differentiation strategy aims to offer products or services that are perceived as unique. Differentiation can be based on product features, brand image, technology, customer service, or overall customer experience. The goal is to create willingness to pay that exceeds the additional cost of differentiation. Successful differentiation reduces price sensitivity and strengthens customer loyalty. Focus strategies apply either cost leadership or differentiation to a narrow market segment. Instead of serving the entire market, the firm targets a specific group of customers, a geographic area, or a particular product niche. Focus strategies are effective when market segments have distinct needs that are not well served by broad competitors. A central warning in Porter's framework is the risk of being stuck in the middle. This occurs when a firm is not the lowest cost producer and is not sufficiently differentiated. Such firms lack a clear competitive advantage and are vulnerable to competitors on both sides. Porter argues that strategic clarity and consistency are essential to avoid this situation. Within the strategy process, generic competitive strategies play a clear role. They translate the strategic position into competitive logic, guide choices about activities and capabilities, and shape business model design. According to Johnson, competitive strategy must be consistent with the organization's resources, culture, and overall strategic direction. Generic strategies are therefore options, not universal prescriptions. Generic competitive strategies are powerful, but they also have limitations. They simplify complex realities, assume relatively stable industry structures, and do not capture all forms of advantage. In practice, firms may combine elements carefully, but without losing strategic coherence. The key is not rigid classification, but clear strategic intent. Let's summarize. Generic competitive strategies describe how firms compete for advantage at the business unit level. The core options are cost leadership, differentiation, and focus strategies. Each requires different capabilities, cost structures, and organizational choices. In the next video, we will build on this foundation and examine SWOT norm strategies, which translate the strategic position into structured strategic directions. If you want to understand strategy step by step, this series is designed for you.